everyone. Welcome. Welcome, eyes. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Bear with me shortly. We will be with you shortly. We will be with you shortly. And thanks for watching, sharing, and all that good stuff. Nice seeing everybody on. It's a beautiful day in New York. This is my backyard. And I'm going to go over some stuff today. I'm going to go over some information today with regards to social media clowns and the family rights movement, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just going to wait for some people to join, some more of you to join, rather. And I'm just inviting right now, so we will be starting any minute here. Okay, I think I've got my invites out to the best that I could. So hi everybody, welcome, thanks for joining. Not too sure where, I know Robert's driving, but I'm not too sure where David Jose is right now. I'd like to have him on here. Wouldn't mind having him on here as an invite, as a matter of fact. Hi guys. So I don't know if you guys are aware, but Facebook, you can invite a guest again. The button is back on. I know I saw it. Now I can't find it. But yeah, here it is. You can actually invite a guest again. So I'm going to go ahead and try to invite... Oh, I have to already be watching. Okay. It says that you can request... Yeah, let's turn that on. You guys can request to be on this if you want to talk about it. So if you're an advocate out there and you've been advocating and you've been harassed or abused by these social media clowns, today I'm going to put a stop to it. Today I'm going to speak out and put a stop to it because it's appalling to me to know the kind of work that, and some of the wonderful relationships that I've forged with so many wonderful frontline advocates that are out there. But a lot of these people have done nothing to stop these people. Now I've collected evidence for over 2 years, well over. We went after John Anderson. You see where he ended up. And these others are simply going to be going just as well. I have had it up to here with these people and their false allegations and their nonsense and their insanity. I brought something today to show you guys, but I'm going to have to leave out, I'm going to have to blotch out some of it because of the fact that these crazy lunatics, they phone call, they call in to the very places that we are exposing sometimes, or the venues that we utilize in order to express public opinion. So you're gonna really like this live today, and then of course I will premiere it off of YouTube as well. This is not something that I'm going to put on the TV stations, obviously, but I'm going to tell you some of the things that they've done to me. First of all, I want to let you guys know, first and foremost, and I'm going to talk about different people, and I'd like if somebody can get David Jose, because I'd really like him on here with me today, if he could, if he's not busy. I didn't go to him first, I just figured I'd hop on here. But now that we can do the invite, I can have any other advocates that have been harassed by these people, you can come on as well, okay? I'm going to name them. I know they need the fame. I know they need the attention. These attention-seeking whores. Attention whores. Is that what they call that? But, that's not my goal, is to give them that type of attention. It's to actually call them out. It is absolutely sickening what they're doing. And, for me, I am a very strong person of integrity. So I have a database, first of all. So for now, it's going on 13 years of advocating for families. I did it without ever charging a dime. Listen, advocates should charge money. It costs money to do this. So I have I don't say this because this isn't, I'm a superhero because I didn't charge. I mean, it just is what it is. And now I do charge. And I will not, not even for 1/8 of a second will I apologize for that. Okay? Because my bank account is not really for the rest of the world. It's to support my own child and my family. I just did it out of the goodness of my heart. Okay? Not because there's some cardinal rule that advocates don't charge. That is absolutely absurd and insane, okay? Everybody has to make a living in this world, and when you travel across country, or you travel to West Virginia, or you travel around the block, it costs money. So that's insane. I don't know where anybody ever got this from. I don't know where, especially when people don't donate and you don't get grants. I have a legitimate, legal 501c4 These people are going around claiming that I don't have a 501c3. Well, they're right. I don't have a 501c3. You see, I make my own rules. I run my own company. I have my own everything. I don't answer to anybody but God. Let me repeat that. I don't answer to anybody but God, okay? And people that I'm accountable to, co-accountable amongst each other to keep each other reputable and with integrity, the way everything should work in this country. Okay, so I don't answer to the family courts, I don't answer to CPS, and this is why I'm able to take them down. This is why I'm able to walk in and with wisdom and with his power, I'm able to go in and deal with these people that are absolutely diabolically evil. And and by having a 501c4, do you know that that's almost impossible to get? And by the grace of God, that's the one that I got. It is very difficult. You can Google it. You can research it. 501c4s are very, very hard to get. 501c3s control churches. Okay, they make them government entities rather than churches. So I don't believe in them. 501c3s control you. 501c3s are, there's a lot of things that are, there's good people, please don't get me wrong. There's good and bad in everything in this life. There's people that naively do things that didn't do it because they have an evil motive. Okay, it's just that my conscience told me not to do that, because of what I know. And we're only accountable for what we know. Okay? So I'm here today that I'm going to blow this crap out of the water. I am so done with it. Okay? These people think that I'm not going after them legally. Oh, you betcha, Ashley Cooper. You're done, honey. Miko Hayes, Michael McCackalacalis, whatever the heck your name is, you phony journalist. You're done. You're done. Randy Davis and your lies and your psychotic behavior. And it's not just because of what you've done to me, okay? And there's others, but it's because of what you've done to Robert, how you've gone after his integrity, his caliber, his class, and his character. It's what you've done to David Jose, how you've gone after that man. And all they do is lay their lives down for other people. I know it because I visually have seen it, and I only associate and I have good linking friendships with people that I completely know have integrity and class. Okay, and Robert obviously happens to be my boyfriend, but hold on one second. Let me just hold on, find a spot to put this. Okay, so hold on a minute. I don't know if the sun is kind of glaring and you guys can't see me. So yeah, this might be better if I come. Well, I could come over here, but I don't have. I guess I could sit on a tree stump. Okay, I'll sit on a tree stump over here. All right, is that better? Is that better? It is a joke of a system, Laura. It is a joke of a system, and these people are crazy. Okay, seriously, I'm not diagnosing them, but if I did diagnose them, I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist, although I work with very highly esteemed colleagues that I fully trust, that go after the family court. Okay, they go after what they do to families, and I do have enough background where I've done enough study in psychology to tell you that these people have serious personality disorders. Most of them are on meth and heroin and heavy duty drug usage. So this is what they do, and majority of them, honestly, and you know me, I despise CPS, but the majority of them lost their children for good reason. Okay, they lost their children for good reason. Okay, I'm not saying that those children should be in foster care by any means, or with strangers. Hopefully, it's too bad that they couldn't find somewhere in their family line good, healthy family that they could have given their children to be protected and to be raised properly. Because honestly, I wouldn't want any children with these people. Okay, those that have lost their children. And I think what they've done is they go after us because it's their only recourse to trying to save or preserve anything left in their own lives. Okay, but the things that they lie about is so absurd and insane. And you want to know what? I'm going to tell some of you that are watching right now that you've gone on and off and on and off, and you've talked bad about me. You think I don't see it, and you're phonies, and you pretend to be nice to my face. I know who you are, but God knows who you are. And the thing is that if you're pulled into this behavior over integrity, over class, over people who lay their lives down for others, then you're just as bad as they are. So unless you really deal with yourself and acknowledge what you've done, I really will not speak to you any longer. And I'm just going to let you know that, because I'm not a fool, and I don't miss things. Social media is a very, very public thing, and nothing can be hidden on social media. So I know what you do. I know exactly what you do. I mean, seriously, I go into these courts and I can assess them in 10 minutes or less. So don't think I can't assess what's happening here. Now, the problem with social media when they do this kind of thing, it's cyber stalking, cyber bullying, gang stalking, okay? And who it's tied into, which it's tied into my son's father, who's gotten involved with these people. Okay, now I have a protection order against him, 12 plus years, criminal, Okay? And so they want to defend him because of what he's done. And this is illegal for him to actually be harassing me through other people. Okay? Very foolish move. Especially since he's taken my son's private HIPAA-protected confidential records and made them public. Now, there's nothing wrong with my son, okay? He's perfect. The thing is that during that 8-month period, when I was retaliated against by a judge, my story is public, my story's in a book, it's a best-selling book, which I'm going to talk to you about what they've done with that. It is indeed a best-selling book. Ashley Cooper is ridiculously insane to think that it's not. She needs to talk to my publicist and Amazon then, because obviously she knows better than they do. Okay, and it didn't only become a bestseller once, it became a bestseller twice. Okay, and it's actually pushing the ranks again now. Okay, and the reason is because people can relate to it, because normal, decent people with no bad backgrounds have had their children taken. And this is the reason why I went viral. And this is the reason why it grabbed audiences everywhere, because this is and has happened to innocent, decent people who have been re-victimized by a court system that is wicked beyond words. And we're taking it down with the grace of God. We are taking the whole entire system down, every last bit of it. All the child traffickers, to include Bill Gates' child trafficker, okay, I don't know if you're aware, pedophile Bill Gates, and all the rest of these psychopaths. Okay, remember, the word that God gave is the bigger they are, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Well, they're falling, and they're going to fall so hard, and there will be no protections for them. There will be no mercy for them. There will be no recourse for them. There will be nothing to save them. So when I get on here and I feel this righteous anger that I feel, I want you guys to know that it's okay. It's okay. Jesus had anger. Jesus flipped tables. Okay, it's okay. This is not anger that is the Bible says, you know, don't go to sleep. Don't let the sun fall down upon your anger. Don't go to sleep that way. No, go to sleep in peace. And I do. So now I have records of anybody that I've ever charged. I have a legal right to charge. If you understand how a 501c4 it operates, I have an accountant. I don't only have an accountant, I have a gold standard accountant. This is her work. Okay, these are my filings. Now, prior to this year, 2019, my nonprofit went into business in 2018. You don't have to file for the first 2 years. Okay, so I filed for 2019, which is a year early. I wish I filed last year when I gave out $500,000 to the family rights movement to help families, and even got them attorneys, which in some cases it was wonderful, it helped. In some cases I regret it, because those people kicked me in the ass for being nice to them. Imagine a stranger giving you money to help you and you doing what you did, and I can name a list of people that did that, and that was horrible. But I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson. And now I'm very, very cautious. I don't just give. And I'm a giver. And I believe in being a giver. But even God says we're supposed to watch the fruit that we give to. Now, she did this, and I'm not going to get into it too much because I don't want you to see her name, because the trolls will call her office. She'll give them the biggest smackdown they ever saw. But anyhow, she's a gold standard accountant, which means she has an impeccable record. And she did my taxes a year early, mind you, okay? And Ashley keeps asking for my EIN. I laugh, like, Ashley Cooper, you are a dumb, I won't even say what, okay? And I am Italian, I am from New York, and I'm a Christian, and yes, I do say a curse word here and there, but I do have a very, very strong love for God. But I'm human, and I don't, I don't apologize for that either. But I'm going to say something. Who the hell do you think you are? Any of you? Miko Hayes, Randy Davis. I heard your girlfriend stinks from people that have been next to you. I also heard your girlfriend is your cousin. Okay? So I understand that the cousin loving is, acceptable in North Carolina? I don't think so. I don't think so. And you people are going to try to judge me? Are you serious? Or David Jose or Robert or Belinda? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And any of you that don't block these people, shame on each and every one of you. Because if you really want help for your children, and you really are a class act, and you really care about society and what's happening in our country, you wouldn't sit here and do the Jerry Springer thing and be all into drama and nonsense and all this kind of stuff. No, you'd be into right and wrong, and it's simple. And you would block these people. Pull them off the internet. Report them every time they do this nonsense. As this girl is saying, she's reporting me. I left. She reported me last year to the Charities Bureau, in which I'm a charity because I give, but I'm not a registered charity yet. Okay, I should be with the money I've given out. I probably give more than most people that are extremely wealthy. Okay, but I'm not. But I am a legal nonprofit 501c4, in which when they sent her back a letter, they said I was. That she's still out there trumping a lie that I'm not a nonprofit, but I am. And again, I'm a 501c4. Okay, not a 3. And it's like, and again, it's because I'll tell you what a 4 is. A 4 is for social reform. And I don't believe in reform in the family court, as you guys know. I did in the early stages. Mind you, I want to make a correction. I was never a part of the Women's Coalition or the Father's Rights Group. I'm not either. I never have been, and I never will be. I will defend either on both sides if you're walking in the same integrity. But I'm not a part of those groups. I had what was called National Coalition for Family Court and CPS Reform for over 10 years. And when I had that, that was a foundation. It was not a nonprofit. I did not collect donations, and I did not collect money. I gave of my time, my money, and everything I had, and I worked a full-time job and you know, and helped families. Okay? It has escalated into what you see today, in which I dropped the, I withdrew the foundation, and I started the nonprofit organization, which was established in January of 2018, whereby I'm 1 year early with my taxes, in which, I don't know if you can see this or not, I'll read it to you, because I want to be careful with this woman's name. I have a $25 balance that I had to pay to New York State, okay, and which I did, and I have no, it says here, no tax due or refund. I'm going to try to show this to you guys without showing information. And there's a reason I'm showing you this. Hold on. Can you see here? It says punished for protecting electronically filed. And I don't know if you can see it because of the dark. Let's see if we can get this where you can see it. No refund and nothing due. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because I didn't earn anything. Okay, and you want to know what I did with my accountant? I showed my accountant the inside of my business banking card. That's where anything comes in for me to work. So she had an explicit detail of my business banking card. I made sure I gave her my username and password. That is how up and up Fran is. That is how honest I am, and that is how much integrity I have. A few years ago, I was stolen from by this one other organization, and I'm not going to name it because the woman of the organization was the real person that had the brains in the organization, and she's the only one, and she suffered from the same person. And this person took over $5,000 from me and never worked. Okay, and it's okay. It was God's protection over me, and it was worth losing that money to not have worse. And I opened up my bank account on public Facebook Live, in which I did not have to do, because that person was lying about me, and I clearly showed, which that video is live, that video is on in my videos on Facebook, you can find it, and I opened up my bank account and my PayPal account to show how much money I gave this person. Okay, so we are legally allowed to take donations. I'm legally allowed to charge for certain types of services, especially when these services provide for me to travel across country, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of work, okay? And they're getting their children back. Okay, and if they're not getting their children back immediately, they're getting their case opened up. They're getting the public exposure that they need. They're getting the attention that they need on these cases. And they're getting a bulldog that actually fights for their rights, unlike any of these attorneys. And this is why we show the testimonies of the actual people. Okay, I don't play with these people, and I'm sick and tired of the lies. Okay, I know who I am. I know how much money I've helped people with. I know what I've done. I know that I do integrity, and I know that I've never, ever, not one time harmed a case. Never. If anything, I've been an asset to these cases, and I've helped these cases in some way, and most of the time, get the children back. Now, some people don't listen to you. Some people, you can give them the absolute best advice, and they're so riddled with fear that they don't listen to you, and their case, unfortunately, stays stuck, or it starts to move in a better direction, and it gets hindered again, or they just get visits, and they just get like some time with their kids, but they don't get the fullness of it because they're too afraid to go all the way forward. You see, I'm not too afraid to go all the way forward. That's why my son lives with me. That's why my child, despite the fact that I had Anthony McGinty, the sickest judge that's desperately after me, including Amy Ingram, child attorney, Andy Gilday, opposing counsel, that targeted me. Imagine going into a court and the whole entire place is against you because you reported them. and you're so public and you're so well known and the whole entire county knows, and that judge physically handed him back to me. Okay, why? And all these social media clowns, listen, my transcript is in the book. The book had to go through attorneys, through not family court attorneys, nonsense attorneys that actually are business attorneys through publications and book writing and stuff like that. It had to go through an entire publicist type of attorneys to make sure that my story was true, 100% true. It's called a true story because it's true. And so I had to submit all kinds of legal stuff to them as they helped me, as I wrote my book and so on and so forth, as it got published, for it to land in that category. Okay, there's no games here. And I'm going to tell you, I had a 5-star rating on my best-selling book until Ashley Cooper, Miko Hayes made up fake names, and a woman named Toni Munn, if anybody knows who she is, Toni, T-O-N-I-M-U-N-N, who dated Adolfo Gonzalez, another crazy lunatic out there, okay? And for some reason, he just turned on me. I don't even know why. Maybe because he asked me out so many times and I denied his advances. I don't know him. He's from California. Never met him in person. Wouldn't meet him in person. However, I don't know if that was why they get twisted, or why they just try to friend you because they're trying to find out scoop about your organization, or they're jealous of your work because you actually get children home. I'm not sure, but I do know this is that they dated, and then they called me a fraud on the Amazon account where it's punished for protecting. Now, meanwhile, Amazon has removed many of them. We've kept certain ones right now because they're going after their IP addresses, because they're going to be held accountable for this, and you will go see that they are unverified sales. So Amazon really needs to change that policy, because if you didn't purchase the book, you shouldn't have the right to rate something. Because how do we know that you're not a fraud illegitimately posting this crap about people? That's not true. Meanwhile, Amazon gets a cut and my publicist gets a cut. So that's not fair to me being their employee, so to speak. Okay, not that I'm technically Amazon's employee, but I'm selling my book through them. Okay, and it also sells at Walmart, and it sells at Barnes & Noble. But I got to tell you guys, it's very expensive. When people do an ebook, they don't pay any. There's no money that they really have to put into that kind of stuff. This is done legitimately. Like, this book takes off, it could become a New York Times bestseller. And as a matter of fact, it even got credit through the New York Times. Okay, so I did get New York Times credit for being such a fast and bestseller. So this is a good thing. It's an amazing story. It's an inspirational, God-given story that has broken the family rights movement and changed it. It changed its course, and I'm not taking credit for that. I humbly stand before you and God, because we went through hell just like so many of you do. My heart is out for all of you that have suffered and lost your children. Didn't lose them, like I say. Matter of fact, you knew right where they were when they stole them, okay, where they endangered your children and where they harmed them. And this is why that book is so good. And by the way, this is not a plug on my book, but it's Punished, the number 4, Protecting the Injustice System of Family Court. Okay, 4D funding, which is attached to the Department of Health and Human Services, which is CPS. When they lie, that they say that they're not the same thing, they are the same thing. Family court, CPS, the whole thing, and the whole system's coming down in the name of Jesus. The whole system's coming down in the name of Jesus. The whole entire system is coming down in the name of Jesus. Guys, those of you that are like, how am I going to get my kids back if it comes down? They're not giving them back now anyway. Trust God. It's God that will return them. It's God that will break the sea open. It's God. Okay, just take the staff and put it where he tells you. Don't have to think about what he's telling you how and where. That's not your business. Your business is to trust him, lean on him, okay? And these evil people on social media attacking these people that I love and care about, okay? Attacking Belinda, attacking, I believe they're going after, Tank, and what is it called again? Oh goodness, I can't think of the name of it. But they call people sovereign citizens. That's ignorance. 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 If you really want to learn what's going on, then you need to understand there's no such thing. You cannot be sovereign and a citizen at the same time. That is a conspiracy theory terminology that has been used, that has been made up in order to hinder people from the truth. The truth is so simple. The laws are simple. If Rosa Parks was arrested for being segregated as a black woman for breaking the law was wrong. That doesn't make it right. Does that make her a sovereign citizen? But these kind of people would have called her a sovereign citizen today. Okay? She's an honorable woman with God's hand on her life. Well, now she's passed on to be in glory. Okay? But she's one of my idols. Okay? She's amazing. 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 Okay? And that's what these advocates are right now, the David Jose's of the world. okay? Robert, who I've seen him, what he sacrificed, okay? You have no idea what I know. And the lies that they tell, I am sick and tired of it. I'm tired of it, okay? And I promise you, I've contacted I've got attorneys on my board, not family rights attorneys, not those, okay? Not those bar member nonsense, okay? Real, those that are, we're going after these people. We're going after them. And what I'm asking of you all is to block them and reject their insanity and their false allegations. And if I've worked with anybody and you work with them, I will block you. I will not continue to work with you on your case anymore. That's how it's going to be. I will not continue to work with you. But any penny that's ever been paid into this, where I've had to travel or where I've had to do tons and tons of work and everything is accounted for, and really when I account for it, you owe me a lot more. Not the other way around. You owe me a lot more and I don't charge for it. Okay? And there's some people that I've done absolutely for free. Our budget does not, we don't have that opportunity to keep doing that. We don't have that kind of a budget. We do not get grants. Okay, so these people are out there fraudulently making claims that are not, they'll never ever have. They'll never have one single thing. I am so protected. It is not even funny. And even if I wasn't, I'm protected by God above. So you're messing with the wrong places. And a lot of these people, they'll pretend that they're Christians and they're not. Because the fruit, the Bible says that we're supposed to be fruit inspectors. The fruit is not in them. They are obsessed with me. They're obsessed with David Jose. They're obsessed with Robert. They're obsessed with Belinda. They're obsessed with every single advocate out there that gets children home. You have to ask yourself, and they're not safe for you because they're the ones that call CPS. They're the ones that call the courts and hinder the cases, okay? So you have to ask yourself, is it worth the danger of your children and your lives to associate with these social media clowns? Block them and report them and keep blocking and reporting. Now, I know that Facebook many times doesn't, it's very dishonorable itself and doesn't do the right thing when it comes to this. But I do know that, there are I have cyber overhead. I won't get into too much of that, but there is cyber overhead. I'll just leave it at that. Okay, there is something. So keep reporting. And when they say if you're not happy with how this came out, report again and say why, and say exactly why. Because Facebook obviously removes stuff that is not. That is truth, and they call it fake, and then you know what they do. Facebook sucks in a lot of ways, okay? But we use it. We use this platform, we use it, and we have every right to use it, okay? So this is why I'm calling these people out. I am tired of their sick nonsense, okay? I'm tired of it. I have audios of Ashley Cooper, okay? So she can type up and print, or she can copy the conversation all she wants. I have audios of her, okay? And they will be coming live when I take Belinda live. She and I have not been able to, because of our both schedules, she and I have not been able to do that. But Ashley, what she did is she failed, and the rest of them, I'm sure they were all involved in it. She failed by contacting them, and then she contacted the Attorney General, which I laugh. I mean, are you guys kidding me? Like, we already know that the Attorney General in New York, it doesn't get any more clear, didn't give a crap about the family court judges that are abusing our children. She doesn't do her job. She's too much involved in other states' business. Okay, she doesn't do her job. I've been there. How many times? Okay, but we also know that she could report me to the Attorney General all she wants. What is she going to do to me? What is she going to do? Are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me? Like, what are you doing? Why are you so obsessed with me? There's something radically wrong with you. So let me see what some of you are saying, and if anybody wants to come on. Chris Marks, the trolls in the movement are completely disgusting, and they are keeping the legal abuse going. You got it. You got it. Nicholas Clare knows all about that. Jesus was sovereign. That's right. God is sovereign. Even, I don't know who Charmaine Mulligan knows about this stuff too. Oh, just saying. Okay, let's see. Is anybody here an advocate that has been harassed, though, that wants to come on? Anybody here? I would like David on if he could. Anybody can get him. Would like David to speak out a little bit. Hi, Jillian. I see Jillian. Laura, Amber, April, Hallie. Hi. Oh, it's Megan. Hi, Megan. Lori. Joanne. Yes, hi, Joanne. Joanne gets attacked all the time by these people. This is another thing that they do. They went through, I had to take off my friends list so that they can't see who's my friend, because they literally would go through all 5,000 friends and contact them on Facebook. Who's got the time to do that? If you're really an advocate, you'd never have the time to do that. You'd never have the time to do that. So that goes to show you're not. You're insane. You're absolutely insane. Hi, Holly. Hi, Tara. Hi, Isabella. Let's see. Hi, Arlena. She's another one. Arlena's been harassed so many times by these psychopaths. while her child was her case is completely, she's 100% innocent, pure, okay, and a wonderful mother, and she's been through hell. She's been through hell, okay, and so the trolls come along and they hurt her further. Like, why? And why would you tolerate this? Like, I wouldn't tolerate this. I like to see these trolls come to my face. Come straight to my face. You're all a bunch of keyboard warriors, and you don't show up at events. You're all make-up stories, but that Tony Kitely pretended he was at the event. We were all there. Nobody saw him. We were at the campgrounds. He wasn't there. And he lied and said that he had a tent pitched there, and that they came and harassed him, and they threatened him. That made no sense, because he wasn't even there. He never even left his state, first of all. But they are so crazy. They make up these convoluted stories. And you know what my job is? Let me tell you what my job is. My job is to take the truth. This is my job. This is what I'm really good at. Really good at. Okay, you could call me a communications expert. Okay, I take the truth. This is the truth, and then I take the family court garbage, and I dissect it, and I take every lie that they tell about people, and I chop at every single one of them until I knock their whole entire foundation down. And that's how I win cases many times. Okay, that's one of my methods. That's what I do. So you think for 1 second that I don't see through these trolls, these social media psychopathic clowns on Facebook with your lying, twisted nutsiness? Okay, you're just liars. That's what you are. And I will call you out. And the difference is that people like and respect me. They don't like and respect you. The people that watch their stuff, and they're bots that watch their stuff, and the fact that they make a bunch of fake Facebook troll pages and they literally watch themselves, so it looks like they're getting numbers. This is what these idiots do. But the people that watch you are the Jerry Springer type of people. They're the type of people that just live for drama. Okay, they're not people of any type of class, and money doesn't give you class. Class, you could be poverty-stricken and have class, and the most wealthiest person in the world, Bill Gates, and be trash. Okay, so when I say that, that's what I'm saying. The people of any kind of integrity or class or upbringing or decency, okay, they don't watch your garbage, your absolute garbage, your fake journalism. I understand, because Robert told me that. I understand that. That Nico Hayes, I guess apparently at one point, people liked him because he just went off the deep end. But people liked him because he was helping the indigent, the indigent people. And now all those people have been coming to me, okay, despising his guts, supposedly his own people, okay, and they're embarrassed by him. And he's done some very disgusting things in there, which will come out publicly. And I believe if you look at May Spotted Bear, if you go to her videos, you'll see just how disgusting he is. Okay, these people are rapists, and they are pedophiles for real. That's what they are. So they project onto others, and that's what John Anderson did before he got taken down massively. He's still on frickin' Facebook. He wasn't sentenced yet. His sentencing time is 5 years. He threatened to kill me. He's threatened to kill others. Mark Mumai did a movie, which is actually coming out with us all in it, and he was arrested several times. He still was a glutton for punishment, so he continued his abuse towards us, made up all kinds of stories, called us pedophiles. Why? Because we're exposing pedophiles. So that's a psychological term called projection, where they project onto you what they're actually doing. So it's a key way to find out what people are doing. And you have to be very smart about it and wise about it, because there's a lot of deception in this world today, But I've always been public. I've always been upfront. I've never had to. Oh, let's go through some of the lies that I ran for governor, and they make up stuff about that. I was a write-in. Okay, I did have the ballots. I never turned them in, and the reason I never turned them in is because at that time, 2 years ago, and they had harassed and attacked the original congressional hearing, which we never got the first one. That's why we had to keep the second one silent and private. It wasn't because we were hiding in a room with no people. The lie that they told. We really spoke before Congress, okay? And we really had Antonio Delgado get us that room, and he offered me a second room. I don't like him, and I'm going to say it straight out there. I don't like him. I would never vote for him, okay? He's my congressman, okay? And he's not for the children, and he's part of the system. So, but I'll take a room another time if we need to. Get back in there, sure, okay? And every single congressman in our country has seen what we've done. So they've all been presented that amazing 5-panel people that Robert started with Chris Marks, okay, with Terry LaPointe, another amazing woman that gets attacked by these lunatics, okay? You're touching God's people. You don't even know how stupid you are. Myself, David Jose, and Dr. Carlos Rivera, okay? All reputable, good people, all reputable, good people, that these lunatics with real criminal backgrounds, they have real criminal backgrounds, okay? They have meth and all kinds of other backgrounds, and they have pedophilia on their backgrounds, child prostitution on their backgrounds. I'm not saying each one of them have that, but they're connected to the same people. Now, here's a couple of different lies I'll give you. So one of the lies was that, the jail thing, the 60-day jail. Guys, that's in my book. I'm so candid about it. I have an immaculate record till this day. I always will. I always will. And if you want to say that Rosa Parks didn't have an immaculate background, okay, let's just think. Okay, these are not crimes. And I was arrested because I was retaliated by Judge Anthony McGinty. It's so simple, and it's in my book with all the legitimate paperwork that you need to see. I'm not private. I'm public. I exposed it because I was attacked falsely. I was an advocate for years before. And when I reported him days later, the ink wasn't even dry on the Committee of Judicial Conduct, after reporting all the child abuse that this man allowed, that this man caused, and that this man re-victimized, and a couple of other judges, he gave my son over to his father, full custody. Okay? And so I already had him. I didn't steal him. I already had him. I've always had custody, and I have sole custody again. That lasted 8 months. It was 8 months of hell. And I fought like hell for others and myself, got my son back right out of Anthony McGinty's own, whatever. He's a fraud anyway. It's all bullshit anyway, excuse my language, but it is, okay? And I tarnished his name. I ruined it for him. The Democratic Party that I speak to here in New York do not like him. They don't like him. I talk to the heads of them all the time. There's a few people that like him. The district attorney now that has just been put in, Clegg. I spoke to him on the phone. My mother is the president of the Ladies Auxiliary, and all the elders, all of them. There must have been 97 people in the room that day, spoke out against Anthony McGinty right in front of Clegg. And then I spoke to Clegg at home. Okay, Clegg is now the DA here. And he can't do anything because he's friends with the McGinty, but he has to by law. Okay? And it's all going to come down. It's all coming down. I'm not worried. It took years, guys. I'm not saying that this is not for the faint-hearted. This is war. And this is tough. And being a part of stuff like this is very, very tough. Okay? Sorry, I have a consult coming up in a minute here, so I'm going to have to get off. I did want to present this today. I should be going on with Andrea today at some point. She was attacked in a California court, so she wants to tell her story. Her video is below this. It's on YouTube. You can watch it. Another good advocate. Let me just make sure I'm not forgetting anything as I tell you guys some of the stuff that the lies, just absolute and utter lies. Absolute and utter lies. And so that's what I do. I express the truth, okay, and I expose the lies. But yeah, there's going to be a movie coming out called that Mark Mumma did, and it's about John Anderson and what he's done to all of us, and it's called Stalk Show Host, and I'm very excited about it. It's going to be out. My son's even in it, has a little part in it, so I'm excited. If you guys did get my book, Punished for Protecting the Injustice System of Family Court, it's probably easier right now to get it by Kindle, but if you do get it, please, be a verified purchase, and please rate it, and we're just waiting for them to remove those 5 fraudulent lies that these people put up on there, and again, I do appreciate you guys go ahead and do that. But before I hang, I just want to make sure that I don't forget. I say I kind of would have liked to see David on. I don't know if he realizes we could do live to live now. We're able to do live to live again. Some of the lies. I'm trying to think. Oh, so during that 8-month period, they had me supervised. That was in my book too. I put it public. And the 60-day thing, I was immediately removed out of jail instantly by the Supreme Court. I was removed out of jail instantly because it was wrong. And because finagling McGinty, and because of what they did in the lower court, they took that as a stay. It's a stay. However, nothing's going to happen out of that. Let's see, that was 2017. It is now 2020. I'm still here, and it wasn't a crime. There were no crimes committed. That was insane. And it was actually already served by the fact that they stole Christian from me. Okay, so these people are stupid. These people, if you're going to them for legal help, okay, they can't even fight their way out of a paper bag. So legal help? I mean, are you serious? Oh, here's one. She's going around practicing law without a license. It goes to show you how dumb they are. Okay, and then Chris Hallett is another person they attack. Okay, but how dumb they are. Because if you want to be a sheep and believe the bar members that they have licenses, you go right ahead. But Google it yourself and look up the hoax of the licensing fraud hoax. Okay, upheld by the Supreme Court and our laws, our actual laws. So what are they arguing with me about? And the funniest part is that they call you up to try to get you on their lives. Like, I'm not desperate. I don't need to have to go force people to interview with me. Okay, I actually really do this work. So I don't call people and trap them onto a live, in which I will never. There's no debate between me and you, trolls, because you don't even have a third of the brain capacity. I mean, if you really want to do it and you want to be that badly embarrassed, okay, I guess I could take all of you at the same time. That would probably be pretty funny for the world to see, because out of all of you together, you may have one fully functional brain that might have some kind of, actual contest with me. I don't know. So that's the only thing I can say about that. But none of this is what they're saying is true. None of it. And like I said, I have database full. I have line upon line about the calls and the times and the hours and the work and the paperwork and the traveling and the expenses. You can't even compare. So I don't begrudge anybody a paycheck at the end of a heavy, hard work week. I don't do that. And anybody that does do that, then you leave your paycheck in the garbage can when you leave work on Friday. That's what I say to you. So no apology here. All right, love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.